Yo, what's the crap, boys? The conference finals are well underway. We got two teams that are up 2-0. Denver's defending home court. It's fucking shit on my leg. Miami has stolen 2 games at Boston, heading back to Miami up 2-0. Looking like the better team, for being honest. We'll get into it. I can't believe the Celtics are down 2-0. I don't think this will be a sweep. I think Heat will win in 5. Unless the Celtics just pull off the biggest comeback, like the most unexpected comeback. They lost this whole time. Miami, just the better team. They have some big performances from their team. Tatum and Brown just, did not play well. Brown had like 7 for 23. Tatum had that, destructive fourth quarter. He's on the streak of just not making shots in the fourth quarter, especially in this series. Jimmy, why can you not do that against the Sixers, bro? Come on now. But anyway, obviously Jimmy was their main guy. He led that fourth quarter comeback, that 12-point deficit. He had 27. Bam, playing great, being so aggressive. He had 22, 17, and 9. Just from a view of it, the 2 best players from each team. Miami's 2 best players just played better. That evidently is what got them the win. Apart from the Celtics, shut down in the fourth quarter, they just folded completely. Caleb Martin off the bench, 25 points, 11 for 16. Duncan Robinson had 15, shot the ball very well. Just the role player stepping up. Gabe Vincent hit the dagger in the end, despite him struggling. Miami possibly going to win the championship. Obviously, that Denver series, we'll get into that later. Miami definitely going to the finals. I'll just say it now. I don't see Boston winning this series. It's bad when Caleb Martin has outscored Jaylen Brown in this series. Come on, Jaylen Brown, but this could be your last series as Celtics player. You can't go outside like this. This was a game with a lot of runs in it, especially early in the game. Obviously, the end, Miami went on that big run. It was a game, Miami went on a little run. It was big runs, not just 10-2 runs, big 17-2 runs. That's where Boston had one of those. Miami would go on their little run. Jimmy would sit out, boom. Celtics get some momentum. They go on a huge run, a 17-2 run, like I said. Jimmy comes in, Miami take over the game. It's just repetitive. When you can notice the difference when Jimmy sits down. Miami, not a different team without him. Spo, he deserves a lot of credit. Coach Spoelstra deserves a lot of credit. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. The zones, all this stuff. Obviously, it does hurt when Jimmy comes out, but this game was a lot of runs in it. One thing I liked what the Celtics did, targeting Kevin Love in the pick and roll. Crazy. I remember Kevin Love picked the Heat over the Sixers. I was like, oh, what dumbass, bro. Sixers going to the finals. Yeah, that didn't happen. But, targeting Kevin Love, that's a good thing you do. Kind of stopped it, but it was getting them good buckets, creating good space, but obviously it kind of had the other damage of what the Celtics are bad at. But, the big part of kind of this whole story of the Celtics season is their decision-making, especially in clutch time. We saw against the Sixers last series. And if you do that against the Sixers, against the Miami Heat team, that is a lot better than the Sixers. They're smarter, they play better, they play harder. You can't be making these poor decisions, especially with a well-rounded team like them and a smarter team. But yeah, Tatum hasn't made a shot in the fourth quarter of this whole series. 0 for 5 this game. 5 turnovers in the past 2 games. What is happening, bro? This was a big part of the Sixers series, apart from Game 70 and the fourth quarter of Game 6. Tatum just starting the game rough or having a bad fourth quarter. It's his decision making. He's dropping the ball. It's just the same shit, man. Tatum's still young. I thought this was going to be his season, but it looks like it's Jimmy's moment. Like I said, no series is over just because it's 2-0. We know this. We all know this. No series is over till it's over. But Tatum's, lack somewhat aggressiveness. He does lose confidence in himself. He will still shoot it. Like I said, Jaylen Brown, the Celtics were playing better when he was shooting less or not shooting the ball well against the Sixers. You're going to get punished for that in this series, bro. You can't be shooting 7 for 23. Especially when you're in a contract year. Come on, bro. Where is this, bro? But a lot of that is because the Heat's defense is just that good. The Celtics would just run some little plays, maybe for Tatum or that. They would just disrupt the play, and then there's a point that the Celtics have, the Heat have, because of their defense, they've left the spot open. At least a Grant Williams driving to on bomb. And if you're the Heat, you're taking that shot every time. That's better than a Tatum drive or a step back free or a Jaylen Brown pull up. You're going to take Grant Williams, who we'll get into in a minute, him over Bam. Bam's one of the best defensive players in the league. You're taking that all day. So, the defensive plays are working, especially the zone. The Celtics had crumbled under the zone. It did work. The Sixers, were playing the zone a lot in last series. It was somewhat working, but Miami is just the masters of the zone. They really They really, like, they're probably the best at it in the whole league. Gabe Vincent, like I said, played terrible almost all game, offensively, defensively. Had that Tatum, had a foul on Tatum for that free. Kind of felt like a big momentum shifter. Comes back, hits, somewhat the dagger in the last, like, 30 seconds to somewhat slice the game. Shout out to him. Pretty sure he's undrafted. He's been a great player since, like, the bubble. I don't know if his contract's up. He's a very valuable player, bro. He makes every team better. Obviously, like, did have a bad game today. But this whole playoffs, especially that moment where it counted, he literally stepped up for them. But I think what really led to this Miami Heat win, Grant Williams, ugliest guy in the NBA, I'd say. Literally hit a nice three over Jimmy, talks to him, like, says something. I don't know what he said. Probably said, yeah, I'm like that boy or some shit like that. Jimmy smirks. Jimmy starts, Jimmy locks in, goes matchup hunting, gets that nice bucket, foul, starts talking shit. Like, it was nothing, like, aggressive. They were just in their face, like, shouting at each other. Not like no one was pushing each other, throwing hands. They were shouting at each other, getting each other's faces, which this series lacked attention. Obviously, it's only the second game. I'm sure game 3 there'll be something happening, but I was thinking, even the commentator was saying, like, there was a point in the first quarter, I think, like, Grant Williams pushed Kyle Lowry. It was something I don't exactly remember. But it was like, damn, this is like the first time. Obviously, it was the first quarter. It's like, okay, I guess that something happened. Now, at the end of the fourth quarter, they're getting into it. Like, this series needs intensity. This is a huge rivalry. This goes back to LeBron and KG. Obviously, like, this was last season in the bubble, etc. We need more intensity for this series. Yeah, Miami literally came back from a 12-point deficit after Grant Williams said that shit. Jimmy scores a few buckets on him. Grant Williams gets subbed out. Like, how much of an L are you? There's got to be at least a 3-minute compilation of Grant Williams' L's. I'm going to make both of them. Like, do you know what I mean? That shit, and then he does that in a play. Like, he was up as well. That's when he starts talking. Jimmy starts talking. Jimmy always talks when he's down. Boom, they get the win. If I'm a teammate and like, Grant, why are you doing that, bro? Come on, say that to, like, Kevin Love or Bam or something. You don't say that to Jimmy Butler. Come on, now. Joe Mazzulla, you can tell he's a first-year coach. I feel like it's really going to come down to coaching. He always has timeouts left. Doesn't, like, never call timeouts. Oh, I called 2 timeouts in the first quarter. Like, bro, I can't believe the Sixers lost to this guy, man. Oh, Six had a different coach for winning this series. It's because we had Doc. I guarantee you. Doc and Harden. I guarantee you why. That's another time for another video. Harden apparently going to the Rockets. Whatever. But I'm saying Heat in 5, maybe 6. You don't expect it to be a sweep. You don't you should expect the Celtics to come and steal a game in Miami. If not, wow, bro, wow. That's all I'm saying. Also, we're gonna talk about Nuggets Lakers next. People are saying Nuggets Heat finals is gonna be the worst viewership, bro. That's just basketball wise, watching it on the court. That's a good series, but obviously people were hoping for Lakers Celtics. Whatever. My prediction: Heat in 5. So obviously the Chicken Nuggets are up 2-0. I really did not expect this. I thought it was going to be 1-1. Like, Lakers, no way. I didn't expect Lakers to go up 2-0. I'm expecting this to go 2-2 back to Denver, but I would not be shocked if it's 3-1. Like, let's be real. Denver probably the best team in the world right now. Especially at home. That Denver crowd's crazy. Altitude, advantage, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Denver just look like the best team in the world right now. But this game too, that fourth quarter was crazy. That shot making was elite. You got Jamal Murray making crazy shots. MPJ his shooting, like, his confidence is crazy. Does not look the pass. This guy is just a 25, 10 rebounds, 0 assists kind of guy. But he's good. He's a very good shooter. Bruce Brown as well, hitting good shots. Underrated pickup, Bruce Brown. That guy is one of the best role players in the NBA. Can't believe, like, obviously, I don't know why he'd let him leave the net, especially when KD and Kyrie are on the team, which KD and Kyrie, I'll say now, should have stayed on the Nets this season. That's all I'm saying. Nets could have came out of the East. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, the shot making was absolutely unreal this game. That fourth quarter, it was just like everyone was shooting, bro. It was crazy. Jamal Murray was elite this game. He's definition of playoff riser. 37, 10 and 5. What more do you want? Crazy fourth quarter shots. They were doing screens. Lakers were playing well for the screens. They're going over, keeping with him, keeping really close to him. They get a good contest on the shot, but they started going under the screens. And, Jamal Murray would just get a comfortable shot. Yes, they would get a nice contest, but once Jamal Murray gets that, that comfortable up, bro, he's gonna make it, or he's just going to miss it. So the Lakers have to do better on the screens. That, like, those screens are lethal for, the Nuggets to get their shots up. Lakers got to do a better job there. Jokic, another triple-double, 23, 17, and 12. Best player in the world on the best team. He didn't have to do much in the fourth quarter. I don't know if he even had a shot attempt. That might be cap. But when you got all the good players around him that he does, like, you don't really need to. He's done his stuff. Like, the attention he just draws on himself just benefits his whole team. That's how, the shooting was going off. Like, he just sit back there, play, make, and relax. That's really all it is. But he is the best player in the world now. I've seen it. I'm not... My Sixers bias is gone. Like, Jokic is the best player in the world right now. But yeah, this is a rough one for LeBron. Bunch of smoke layups, dunks that probably cost him the game. That foot injury is really getting to him. LeBron looks old. Obviously, he's 38 is not old, but as an athlete, that is old. If you're playing the NBA, that is old. If you're 38, you're still somewhat young. Like 40 is like mid-age. 40 is like you're not young or old. But obviously in the NBA, that's old. Still at 22, 10, and 9. That's good. But those smoke layups, man, like, it crushed the Lakers moment. You could feel it, like, absolutely unreal. Feel for LeBron. I think the Lakers are going to win this game. I feel like this the season LeBron solidifies himself as the GOAT. I obviously can't be wrong. That's the whole point in predictions. You're going to be wrong, probably. But, his partner in crime, like, AD, 4-15. Come on, AD, like, pathetic. AD looks like he doesn't have a brain every other game. So inconsistent. I can't believe it. Rui played well, 8 for 10, 21. Also, the defense on Jokic somewhat worked. Like, there's no slowing down Jokic. Let's be real here. But yeah, AD needs to be a lot better. LeBron needs to be better. How are you missing those layups, bro? You're the greatest player of all time. But it is what it is. I expect Lakers to win game 3. I expect to be, like I said, 2-2. Oh, this is like the first series. This season. I don't know who's going to win. Like, we're going to have to wait till it's the fourth quarter of an elimination game for me to make a prediction. That's me being pussy and not making a prediction. Lakers. I already said it. D'Lo's terrible this playoffs. Not terrible this playoffs. This round specifically. I don't think he's even averaging 10 points. Yeah, he's got the right mindset, though. D'Lo's got a great mindset. Obviously, after the games, he's chucking up shots for 30 minutes or something. He's got a good mindset. It's just the shots aren't hitting. He's not playing well. I expect him to have a good game, like a proper, a D'Lo game this series, 100%. Hopefully, it's, elimination game. D'Lo puts in too much work to not be rewarded with that. Austin Reeves, average game. Lakers, it's tough for them. LeBron's threes as well, apart from the missed layups. LeBron's not been shooting well from three this series, even these playoffs. He really needs to just attack the basket, maybe kick it out. Those 3 missed threes really just took the wind out of them. The Lakers were looking like they're going to have a comeback. Those 3 missed threes by LeBron just stopped it. Along with the other layups, wow. If you're on the court, wow, LeBron's really not playing right now. And when, a player like LeBron ain't playing well, it just sucks the wind out of you. Denver ran away this game. I just thought the Lakers' offense was, just wasn't flowing. There was a point where they're trying to create nothing out of something out of nothing. Schroeder, drives, and LeBron AD just standing there, and Schroeder gets blocked. The offense was not really cooking, you could say. I expect that to be better, but who knows. But going to LA, this series ain't over. 1,000,000% not. I'm expecting it to be 2-2. I will not be shocked if it's 3-1. If it's back Denver 3-1, not at all. Sweep. If both of these series end in a sweep, bro, that would be crazy. But we're going to have to see. Come on, LeBron. Come on.